was a New Jersey man who really shocked some people when he was caught urinating and defecating on the grave of his ex-wife. Yeah. And of course, it's her children who caught him. So essentially, they had to investigate to figure out, why are we seeing all of this urine and these feces just show up places? And this started all back in April when Michael Murphy and his sister, well, they started finding again deli bags full of feces at their mother's headstone at her gravesite. And they initially thought it may have been left behind by a careless dog walker or something. But then what? They were able to get a camera. That's right, Murphy and his family then got the green light from the cemetery to install cameras to catch the culprit. Now, the camera timestamp recently showed a man coming to the grave with his wife waiting in the car around 6:15 a.m. 4 consecutive days in a row. On the 5th day, Murphy propped his camera on a nearby headstone and shot video of the suspect. Now, a man, he says, is his mother's ex-husband who she divorced 4 decades ago. I'm talking like sometime in the 1970s. As far as the motive goes, well, the 68-year-old defecation suspect was briefly married to Linda Torello, is her name, back in the 70s. And he was identified by the family, and his name is Dean Eichler, who left when Torello got pregnant, claiming that the child wasn't his. Now, DNA testing showed a much different result, and his biological daughter was shocked by her father's actions. I guess the dad took some issue. So after catching this man on video, well, this is what the insider says. Murphy and his sister immediately went to the police and showed them the footage. That day, a charge of public urination was filed by Orangetown Police Department. But Murphy thought the misdemeanor charge wasn't harsh enough. I said public urination, and that's when I lost it, Murphy explained. So I took to social media. I said, that's it, I'm going to humiliate this man. I'm going to out him in his community. And that's exactly what she did. And now this story is making the rounds. I can't believe that that man had been with a woman for a short amount of time, divorced her, I believe in 1974, and claimed that the child wasn't his, left her, turns out the child was his, and she moved on with her life. And yet after she had died, he has the nerve to go to her headstone, urinate and defecate on it. And he has a wife waiting in the car? Yeah, this is very scary. This person has issues. A public urination charge is not enough. There needs to be additional charges because this person definitely, there's something wrong. Jessica?
50 years. It's been 50 years since they were married. He's held a grudge that long. Here's the thing, doesn't matter what she did, how she hurt you. When you're hurt, you've got to forgive and move on and heal for yourself. You're spending time doing this to her grave. That's the thing. It doesn't matter what someone did to you. You're only hurting yourself by holding on to a grudge this long. But it seems like she didn't even really wrong him. It sounds like they got a divorce because he thought a kid that was his wasn't his. This is not a sane person. And it's interesting, the approach of public shame, because the charge wasn't enough. I think if we made the crimes people committed when they're this violating towards another human being or their crimes of violence, sometimes public accountability is a better deterrent than people, going to jail. Not that going to jail is fun, but there are some people that are caught up in the system and very used to it. And there's an effectiveness of when someone violates a social contract, we all agree we shouldn't live our lives hurting other people and disrespecting other people. And when people in your community know what you've done, that's almost a better system of accountability than the justice system that we have right now. So I like that this is an element in the story. But yeah, public urination, that's not all that he did, first of all. So that's not fully accurate. But yeah, just disgusting that he would hold a grudge this long. This is someone who's very sick.
Yeah, absolutely. If I could hit him with destruction of property, trespassing, all sorts of other things. And it's also my understanding from some other articles that I had read that because there is crap found in these deli bags. And the thing is that I believe he works in a deli several towns away or over in the neighboring town. So it's like there was so much evidence here in terms of finding this man. And I think it's great that they had the cameras up, but he really does need to face some serious charges because it's a disgusting human being. And there really needs to be better mental health guidance for people out there because this is just not it.